Welcome, deep divers, to another session. We're so glad you're joining us today.
Yeah, it's great to be back.
We've got something really special, kind of a culinary exploration tied to a world you know well.
Mm-hmm.
You're all familiar with the Shrimp Boat series, right? Maybe you've even read Shrimp and Ain't Easy.
A fantastic read, by the way.
Absolutely. Well, picture this. A whole new set of recipes has just, emerged. Culinary extras offering a fresh taste of that world.
Ooh, intriguing.
Right.
Like finding hidden chapters, but for your taste buds.
Exactly. So today, our mission is to really get into these new dishes, peel back the layers. Okay, let's unpack this.
It's such a cool idea, isn't it? Getting these new culinary clues from a story world we already, care about.
Right.
And what's fascinating, even without the full recipes laid out, is just how much the titles themselves tell you. They're like little hints, maybe of meals cooked on the boat's galley.
Or maybe something from a coastal kitchen ashore.
Precisely. These aren't just like random recipes thrown in. They feel like part of the narrative tapestry. They promise new flavors, new experiences, ways to immerse yourself even deeper.
So this deep dive is really a chance for you, the listener, to explore how food, just the idea of it, sometimes adds this incredible richness.
Yeah, the sensory depth to the story.
Yeah.
So it's like we're uncovering these hidden culinary gems that make the world the authors built feel even more real, more lived in.
Totally. And it's quite a collection. We'll definitely touch on all of them. But our main focus today, our sort of special mission, is to dig into each one with a particular lens.
Yeah.
We're zooming in on an ingredient that, let's be honest, often gets overlooked. It's time for its moment in the spotlight,
Go on.
the humble crouton.
Ah, the crouton.
They're
Interesting
probably-
choice.
Yes, because we notice it popping up in several of these new recipes, and not just as, a sprinkle on top.
Right, not just an afterthought.
No, these recipes seem to treat croutons as integral, maybe even transformative elements. We're talking unexpected sophistication, flavor. You might be surprised.
I'm already intrigued. It makes you rethink its potential, doesn't it? Beyond the basic salad. Aye. Overview of the new recipe collection. A culinary unveiling.
Okay, so let's start with the big picture. Let's pull back the curtain on this whole new recipe collection. It really does feel like opening a treasure chest,
Each one a little mystery.
Totally. And each one starts with this inviting phrase, discover my new recipe, which just sets the tone. It screams something new and exciting is here.
Yeah, it makes you lean in.
So we've got 7 additions to talk about. As I list them, try picturing them, maybe smelling them, to let those culinary gears turn.
Okay, lay them on us.
First up, classic chicken pot pie recipe.
Comfort food central right there. Instantly familiar.
Instantly. Then there's the creamy tomato and chickpea pasta recipe.
Okay, sounds potentially quick, hearty, maybe vegetarian.
Could be. Next, a real staple, garlic herb roasted chicken recipe.
Can't go wrong with that. A crowd pleaser.
Definitely. Now here's where our crouton deep dive begins. We have the lentil and roasted vegetable crouton salad.
Okay, now that sounds substantial. Healthy, but interesting with the croutons.
Right. Then, shifting gears a bit, lobster crouton salad recipe.
Whoa, okay, lobster and croutons, that's unexpected luxury. Raises an eyebrow, like you said.
Doesn't it just deal? Then, a really specific one, pan-seared chicken with lemon croutons.
Ah, lemon croutons, that detail matters. Suggests brightness, zest.
Exactly. And finally, wrapping up the crouton focus, we have the roasted vegetable and quinoa crouton ball.
Another bowl concept. Very modern, very layered sounding.
Just hearing those names, you get this amazing sense of range, don't you?
Absolutely. It's not just one type of cooking. You've got the ultimate comfort food, the quick pasta, the roasted staple, these intriguing salads, the bowl. It's diverse.
It really spans the spectrum.
Yeah.
From nostalgic home cooking with the pot pie to these very contemporary wholesome bowls. It shows a really broad culinary imagination.
It feels very complete somehow, like it's reflecting different moods, different needs, maybe different characters or settings within the shrimp boat world itself.
That's a great point. It's not just a random list. It feels curated.
Exactly. And thinking about them as excerpts from this larger world, it adds another layer. It suggests the authors, or whoever curated these, want you to taste the world, not just read about it.
A multi-sensory experience.
Precisely. Each title is like a mini story prompt. Classic chicken pot pie. You picture maybe a cold, wet day at sea, and this is the warm welcome back.
Yeah, total restoration food.
Then lobster crouton salad. Maybe that's for a special occasion. A celebration ashore. A fancy restaurant meal depicted in the book.
It paints a very different picture.
It does. And creamy tomato chickpea pasta. Maybe that's the quick, easy meal someone whips up after a long shift. Resourceful, comforting, fast.
Yeah, practical, but still delicious.
So these titles, they're not just labels. They're like little windows into potential moments, potential characters' lives.
And for you listening, this overview helps you see the whole landscape before we zoom in, right? You can already start thinking, ooh, that one sounds like me, or I wonder how they do that.
Exactly. It caters to different tastes, probably different cooking skills too. There seems to be something for, well, everyone. Whether you want a Sunday project or a Tuesday night fix.
All connected back to that coastal world of the shrimp boat. 2. The star ingredients. Exploring all crouton-focused recipes in detail.
Mm.
Okay, so let's transition now. As we dive deeper, one ingredient really did jump out at us, showing up in multiple recipes and playing like a much bigger role than usual.
Mm-hmm.
Here's where it gets really interesting. We noticed this delicious, maybe slightly unexpected theme running through. Croutons.
Your crouton comeback.
Huh, exactly. This, often underestimated little cube of toast is getting a starring role here. So we're going to dedicate some real time to each recipe where it shines.
Good, because it deserves it.
It's not just a garnish, is it? It feels like it's doing more work, like it's
Yeah.
a flavor delivery system or a textural anchor. Something important.
That's a perfect way to put it. And what's brilliant is how the titles themselves get you thinking about the croutons differently. They hint at their specific job in each dish.
Yeah.
The humble crouton. We usually just chuck it on a Caesar salad, right? But it has this amazing transformative power. It's not just crunch.
Okay, tell us more. What's the magic?
Well, think about how you make a crouton. You're toasting bread, right? That browning. That's the Maillard reaction.
Ah, the flavor science.
Exactly. It's this complex chemical dance, creating hundreds of new flavor molecules. You're turning simple starch and sugar into something deeply savory, nutty, complex.
Okay, so step 1 is just better flavor through browning.
Right. But then think about the bread itself. Is it a chewy sourdough? A light, airy ciabatta? A rich brioche? Each one toasts differently, absorbs fat differently, gives a different final texture.
Never really thought about the bread choice that much.
And the fat. Are you using olive oil? Butter? Maybe bacon fat? Each one adds its own flavor and changes how crisp the crouton gets. Herb-infused oil. Garlic butter.
Okay, I'm seeing the potential now.
And they're amazing sponges. They soak up dressings, sauces, the juices from other ingredients. They distribute flavor throughout the dish. It's not just texture, it's flavor integration.
So these recipes aren't just throwing in croutons. They're likely being very specific about how they're made and what they bring.
I'd bet on it. They're showcasing the crouton as a real culinary player, showing a sophisticated understanding of its potential. It's exciting.
Right, let's get into the first one then. The lentil and roasted vegetable crouton salad. Just hearing that, it paints a picture, doesn't it? Vibrant, wholesome, satisfying.
It really does.
What jumps out at you first? What kind of vibe does this combination give off? I'm thinking hearty, but still fresh somehow.
It's a fantastic place to start because it screams synergy. It feels very deliberate. You've got lentils. Okay, great plant protein, yes, but also that wonderful earthy flavor, that satisfying, slightly firm texture. They're the base.
The foundation.
Exactly. Then roasted vegetables. That tells you sweetness, tenderness, those beautiful caramelized edges, umami from the roasting process. Think maybe carrots, peppers, zucchini, maybe some onion.
Getting that deep roasted flavor.
Right. And then the croutons arrive.
The stars of this section.
Yes. And think about the contrast. You've got the soft lentils, the tender vegetables. The croutons bring that essential crunch, that textural pop.
So it's not all one texture.
Not at all. And crucially, they're perfect vehicles for dressing. Imagine a sharp vinaigrette or maybe something creamy but tangy. The croutons soak that up.
So they carry the dressing's flavor into each bite along with the crunch?
Precisely. They add depth, they add continuity. Every spoonful has that mix of soft, tender, and crisp, plus the dressing's flavor carried by the crisp element. It binds it all together.
That makes so much sense. It sounds like a proper main course salad, not just a side dish.
Absolutely. Hearty, satisfying, probably vegetarian or easily vegan. It balances nutrition, flavor, and really diverse textures.
So for you listening, if you're after a substantial plant-based meal that's packed with flavor and isn't boring texturally, this title is basically calling your name.
It really is. It's a prime example of how croutons can lift a wholesome dish into something genuinely exciting. Not just healthy, but delicious and interesting. Gourmet, almost.
Okay, from that earthy, wholesome vibe, let's pivot dramatically.
Uh-oh.
The lobster crouton salad recipe.
Wow, okay. That is a pivot.
Right. It immediately signals indulgence, luxury,
Hmm.
makes you think of special occasions, maybe a fancy seaside meal. Very shrimp boat adjacent, perhaps.
Definitely fits the coastal theme, but elevates it. It's intriguing because you're pairing delicate, sweet, expensive lobster with, well, crispy bread.
It sounds almost contradictory, doesn't it? How do you make that work?
That's the fascinating question. You've got the lobster prized for its tenderness, its subtle sweetness, that unique ocean richness, and then you've got croutons typically rustic, crunchy, savory. How do they complement each other without one overpowering the other?
Yeah, you don't want the crouton to just, like, bully the lobster.
Exactly. So, first, texture. That contrast could be amazing. The soft, yielding lobster meat against the sudden, sharp snap of a well-made crouton. It wakes up your palate.
Okay, I can see that. A textural surprise.
Definitely, but it's more than just surprise. It adds a layer of sophistication. And second, flavor. The croutons could be seasoned very specifically to enhance the lobster.
How so?
Maybe garlic and herbs, but subtly done. Or perhaps a hint of lemon zest baked in. Something savory or slightly acidic to cut through the richness and highlight the lobster's sweetness without competing.
Ah, like a flavor counterpoint.
Precisely. It suggests a really well-thought-out dish where every component serves a purpose. It's harmonious, hopefully.
So, speculating just from the title, what kind of dish is this? Is it a big main course salad? An appetizer?
It could be either, couldn't it? Maybe a chilled main course salad for a fancy summer lunch. Perfect after a successful sunny day out on the boat, perhaps.
Or maybe a smaller, more exquisite appetizer portion, really showcasing the lobster with the croutons adding that little spark.
Exactly. It feels high-end either way. So for you listening, this is definitely one for a special occasion, or when you just want something indulgent but still kind of balanced and interesting texturally.
It's a reminder that luxury isn't always about adding more rich things. Sometimes it's about clever contrasts.
Well said. Maybe this is the captain's favorite celebratory meal after a huge catch.
Okay, this next one. I love the specificity here. It's not just croutons. It's pan-seared chicken with lemon croutons.
Yes. That lemon is doing a lot of work in the title.
It really is. It immediately makes you think bright, zesty, aromatic. It suggests the croutons aren't just there for crunch. They're actively bringing a key flavor.
Absolutely. Lemon is such a powerhouse in cooking, isn't it? It cuts richness, it brightens things up, it makes other flavors pop. It's like culinary sunshine.
I like that, culinary sunshine. So how does that sunshine work with pan-seared chicken?
Well, pan-seared chicken is fantastic, crispy skin, juicy meat, lovely savory notes from, again, the Maillard reaction on the skin. But sometimes it can feel a little, well, straightforward.
Needs a little something extra.
Exactly. And these lemon croutons sound like the perfect something extra. Imagine that burst of bright acidity, that fragrant citrus smell, hitting you alongside the savory chicken.
Yeah.
It would cut through any richness from the chicken skin or the cooking fat beautifully. It refreshes your palate with each bite.
So the crouton isn't just crunchy, it's like a little flavor bomb.
A zesty flavor bomb. Exactly. It's adding a distinct complementary flavor profile through the crouton itself. It's an active participant.
How would you even make lemon croutons? Toss them in lemon juice.
You could finish them with juice, but maybe more effectively, you'd toast the bread in olive oil infused with lemon zest. That way the aroma and flavor really bake in. Maybe even a pinch of sumac for extra tang.
Ooh, nice. Okay, so this makes the whole dish feel lighter, brighter.
Definitely, it elevates it. So for you listening, this sounds like a fantastic weeknight meal upgrade. Still relatively quick, pan-seared chicken isn't too complex, but elegant.
Where the croutons are genuinely crucial to the overall flavor profile, not just sprinkled on top.
Precisely. A really smart use of a simple component to make the whole dish sing. It shows real thoughtfulness in the recipe design.
All right, our final crouton-centric exploration. The roasted vegetable and quinoa crouton bowl. Another bowl. They're everywhere, aren't they? But for good reason, they're so versatile.
They really are, and this title fits right into that modern way of eating, balanced, textured, all in one bowl.
It sounds very complete.
It does. Let's break it down. Roast and vegetables, we know what those bring now, right? Sweetness, depth, umami.
Check.
Quinoa, okay, there's your complete protein, your nutty flavor, that lovely, slightly chewy, granular texture, a great base.
A solid foundation.
Yep, and then again, the croutons to tie it all together.
So what kind of experience does this bowl promise? What's the interplay here?
It promises layers, layers of flavor, layers of texture. You've got the hearty, slightly yielding quinoa base. You've got the tender, sweet, savory roasted vegetables providing color and depth. And then you have the croutons cutting through all that softness with their definitive crunch.
That crunch seems key in bowls, doesn't it? To stop it being too mushy.
Absolutely crucial. It provides that textural counterpoint, that element of surprise that keeps every spoonful interesting. It prevents textural fatigue.
Textural fatigue. I like that.
Huh. It's a real thing. This bowl sounds like it's designed for maximum satisfaction through variety. The croutons are the exclamation point in every bite.
So this title speaks to that whole trend of meals that are nutritious, visually appealing, customizable.
Exactly. Modern, holistic meal building, where every ingredient contributes something specific: flavor, nutrition, and crucially, texture.
So for you listeners who love a good grain bowl or a hearty, balanced one-dish meal, this sounds like a winner.
Definitely. A delicious, satisfying option that probably doesn't feel too heavy. Great for lunch or dinner. It's a perfect example of making healthy food genuinely exciting.
And again, you can picture someone in the shrimp boat world, maybe needing a quick, nourishing, easy-to-eat meal after a long day. This fits the bill perfectly.
It really does. Smart, modern, satisfying. 3. The broader culinary landscape. Other new recipes to explore.
Okay, so wow. We've spent some quality time in the world of croutons, haven't we? Seeing how they can be so much more than meets the eye.
It's been eye-opening, actually. Really highlights their versatility.
But let's not forget the other equally tempting recipes in this new collection. Because, like we said, it's a whole spectrum of deliciousness, expanding that shrimp boat culinary universe.
That's right. It's important to zoom back out and appreciate the breadth. This collection isn't just about clever croutons. It paints a much bigger picture of appealing, accessible home cooking.
Yeah, the variety is really impressive.
It shows a comprehensive culinary vision, touching on different styles, different occasions. It feels like a reflection of a real, living culinary tradition within that fictional world. Comfort, speed, elegance, health, it's all there.
Okay, let's touch on the others then. First, that classic chicken pot pie recipe. We mentioned comfort food. But what makes a classic like this just so enduring? Why do we keep coming back to it?
Oh, the classic pot pie. It's more than just ingredients, isn't it? It's an archetype. It taps into something deep: warmth, security, nostalgia.
Like a culinary hug, I said earlier.
Exactly. But beyond the feeling, it's also just brilliant food design. Classic usually means it's been honed over time, perfected, it's the standard.
So what are the key elements, technically speaking?
You've got tender chicken, often braised for depth, a mix of vegetables, carrots, peas, celery, usually adding sweetness and texture, all suspended in that rich, creamy sauce. That's the heart. But the genius, the part that elevates it, the crust, that golden, flaky pastry topping.
Oh, yes, the crust is crucial.
Absolutely. Whether it's simple short crust or puff pastry, that shattering texture against the soft, luscious filling. That contrast is everything. It's sophisticated textural play born from probably making humble ingredients go further historically.
Making something special out of everyday stuff.
Precisely. So for you listeners, when you see classic chicken pot pie, it promises that deep comfort, that taste of tradition. It's reliable, fulfilling, heartwarming, perfect for a cold day or maybe feeding the whole shrimp boat crew after a tough trip.
It sounds amazing right now, actually. Okay, next. Creamy tomato and chickpea pasta recipe. This sounded like comfort meets convenience.
It really does. The title just screams satisfying weeknight meal.
What's the appeal in that flavor combo? Creamy, tomato, chickpea.
It's a smart combination. You get the indulgence from the creamy aspect, that lovely mouthfeel coating the pasta. Then the tomato brings brightness, acidity, maybe a touch of sweetness depending on how it's prepared.
Cuts through the richness.
Exactly, balances it. And the chickpeas, they're not just filler. They add substance, great plant protein, and this distinct, slightly firm, earthy texture. They stop it being just pasta and sauce.
Adds another dimension.
Right. And think about the sauce itself. Getting that perfect creamy tomato sauce involves balancing the acidity and the richness, maybe using some pasta water to emulsify it. It can be quite nuanced.
So it could be simple, but done well, it's actually quite sophisticated.
Potentially, yes. It sounds very adaptable to great as a vegetarian dish, but you could easily add other things. It feels like smart, resourceful cooking. Using pantry staples, maybe?
Could be. So for you listening, this is probably your go-to for a busy night when you want something genuinely tasty and filling without a ton of effort.
Absolutely. Flavorful, comforting, relatively easy. Ticks a lot of boxes. A great option for anyone in the shrimp boat world needing a quick, satisfying dinner.
And the last one in this section, garlic herb roasted chicken recipe. A total staple, as we said. Simple, powerful aromatics doing the heavy lifting.
It's a classic for a very good reason. It proves you don't need complex techniques or obscure ingredients to make something incredibly delicious.
What is it about garlic, herbs, and chicken roasting together that's just so good?
It's pure synergy. The heat of the oven transforms everything. The garlic mellows and sweetens. The herbs release their aromatic oils. The chicken skin crisps up, beautifully Maillard reaction again.
There it is again.
Can't escape it. And the chicken fat renders, basting the meat, carrying all those garlic and herb flavors deep into the chicken itself. It keeps it juicy while the outside gets crispy.
The smell alone is usually amazing.
Oh, definitely. It fills the house. And maybe they use a compound butter mixed with chopped garlic and herbs under the skin. That's a classic technique to boost flavor and crispiness.
Right, get the flavor right in there.
Exactly. And it's so versatile. Centerpiece for Sunday dinner, leftovers for sandwiches or salads all week. Meal prep gold.
Totally. Reliable and impressive at the same time.
It really is. So for you listening, this is just a fantastic, reliable recipe to have in your arsenal. Minimal fuss, maximum flavor payoff, perfect for feeding a family or maybe the whole crew after a long week shrimping. The ultimate satisfying meal. Outro.
Wow, okay, what a fantastic culinary journey that was, exploring these new recipes.
It really was fascinating.
We've seen the incredible diversity in this collection, haven't we? From comforting classics like pot pie to that luxurious lobster salad and those really interesting bowls. It definitely expands the whole shrimp boat world in a delicious way.
Absolutely. It adds a whole new dimension to it.
And of course, we spent some real quality time appreciating the humble crouton.
The hero crouton.
Yeah, showing how it can be so much more than just a crunchy bit on top. It can be a flavor carrier, a textural star, really dynamic.
It proves that sometimes the simplest ingredients, when used thoughtfully, can have the biggest impact. It's been a great reminder of that.
It really underscores the joy of just thinking about food, doesn't it? Even just reading recipe titles can spark so much curiosity and imagination.
It absolutely does. You start dissecting them, thinking about how flavors and textures might work together. It's like solving a delicious puzzle even before you start cooking.
Yeah, understanding those little details is where the real appreciation starts, I think.
Mm-hmm. And thinking about how one simple ingredient can elevate a dish, it raises an important question for you, our listener, to maybe chew on.
Ooh, but
What's the one ingredient or maybe technique in your own cooking that you feel just completely transforms a simple dish? That little bit of magic you add, like the croutons in these recipes, that takes something from okay to extraordinary for you.
well, that's a great question. That secret weapon ingredient or trick.
Exactly. That little something extra that makes all the difference. What is it for you?
Fantastic thought to end on. We really hope this deep dive has sparked some ideas, maybe some cravings.
Hopefully inspired some kitchen adventures.
Yes, we definitely encourage you to seek out these recipes if you can. Explore them further. Maybe they'll add a new favorite to your repertoire and another tasty connection to the world of the shrimp boat. Thank you so much for joining us on this particularly delicious deep dive today.
Yeah. Thanks, everyone. It's been a pleasure.
We'll catch you next time.